Jungle.
An entire wing of contingency row is dedicated to the icons of desert racing. On hand were Myers-Manx buggies, VW bugs, and vintage Broncos, Blazers, and pickups. Bill Stroppe was an off-road visionary in the nascent days of the Mexican 1000. The owner of the original Stroppe-BFGoodrich chase trailer brought it down to sit as a backdrop for a half dozen of Stroppe's most famous builds. Back in 1979, Four-Wheeler worked with Bill Stroppe to build a CJ7 worthy of the Baja 1000. Driven by Bill Sanders and Pete Springers, it also competed in the Mid-400 and various Southern California events. The seed of inspiration for NORRA and the Mexican 1000 was a timed solo run from La Paz to Tijuana in a VW-powered Myers-Manx buggy. Manx enthusiasts like John Steinhilber continue to keep Bruce Myers' vision alive, showing up at various races each year in El Gusano, which means the worm in Spanish. With 5 Baja 1000 titles and 2 points championships, the late, great Baja Bob Gordon and his 1985 Chain Oath DR2 two-seater are desert racing legends. The number 26 Yokohama Ford Bronco, driven by Boy Janes and Brian Godfrey, is the only vehicle that has competed in every Mexican 1000 since the event was resurrected in 2010. Their stallion, Caballo del Diablo, horse of the devil in Spanish, has won nearly every race it has entered. Larry Trim, of Trail Ready Beadlock fame, is a NORRA regular. This year, he showed up in a 1993 Jeep Grand Cherokee built by Kurt LeDuc. Back when the Jeep was new, LeDuc drove it to a class win, and it has seen many more podiums in the 3 decades since. NORRA rookie Colin McLemore, of Max Tie Downs, made a last-minute decision to buy Bud Feldkamp's 1975 Glen Helen Ford F100 and head to Ensenada. Not only did he win in the Challenger truck class, he also nabbed the overall best time in all Challenger classes. Rookie of the Year? We think so. The number 73 1971 Chevy Suburban is another long-time NORRA regular. Before being acquired by Christie Racing, it was in the hands of the BFI guys. While undoubtedly the heaviest vehicle in the rally, the sub is a podium regular, and took top honors in the Vintage Open 4x4 truck class this year. The #800-1978 Fillmore Ford F100, originally driven by Ivan Ironman Stewart and Rob Halley, was painstakingly restored to original condition by Mark Stahl. Stahl, a 4-time Baja 1000 champ, has driven the old Ford to 6, make that 7, class wins in the Mexican 1000. The term Ironman was coined for Ivan Stewart after he completed an entire race by himself, without the standard driver swap. The Modern Motors Funko single-seater was driven by Stewart and Bobby Farrow back in the 1970s. It was restored by Stewart and is now piloted by Saul Saltzman and Jean-Paul Delao. It landed a win in the Pioneer Buggy class this year. As a factory driver for Dodge, the legendary Rutt Hall claimed 34 straight wins during the 70s and 80s. It began in this Bill Stroppe stepside Ram, which is now owned by a Score/HDRA Series champion Rich Minga. And yes, Minga again put Rod's truck at the top of the podium. Longtime four-wheeler contributor Ned Bacon and co-driver Cat Wiegert, who raced the Killer Bee Jeep in previous Mexican 1000s, showed up this year in their 1964 Class 5 Baja Bug. Despite being the only team that runs with no support, they landed another podium finish. The number 10 Myers-Manx is without question the most famous car from the early days of Baja. Piloted by Vic Wilson and Ted Mangles, it won the inaugural Mexican 1000 back in 1967 when there were no maps, few services, and limited fuel. This car is a replica of the original number 10. Although it was in the safari class and not racing, Big Ole Pernelli Jones's championship Stroppe Bronco that recently sold for nearly $2 million at auction, was one of the most popular vehicles in the event. Unfortunately, it ended up on its lid, twice.